You won't believe this. After years of anticipation, endless talk, and countless rumors, something major is finally unfolding. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for breaking updates on global currency reform and revaluation news. Grab your coffee, sit tight, and stay tuned till the very end, because this could be the most significant development we've seen in years. Reports are now flooding in that Tier 4B codes have officially gone live, unlocking private exchange systems for both the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND. If this information proves accurate, we're looking at the real start of the long-awaited revaluation event. Not another rumor, but an actual system-wide shift that could change everything. For those who've been following this journey, this moment feels unlike any other. Over the last 24 hours, multiple credible sources have reported that Tier 4B codes have been entered into global financial systems, a crucial signal within the worldwide currency reform process. Insiders have been hinting for months that we were close, but what's different now is the verified back-end activity showing live system engagement. In simple terms, these codes give the green light for redemption centers and banks to start private exchanges. Without them, everything stands still. With them, liquidity begins to flow. That's why today's reports are sending shockwaves through the entire community. People across social media and online forums are waking up to screenshots, alerts, and subtle confirmations, all pointing to something big. Whether you've been invested for years or you're just tuning in out of curiosity, the attention on this development is global. Everyone wants to know, is this it? Now, for anyone new to the terminology, let's break down what Tier 4B actually means. In the structure of global currency reform, different tiers represent different groups. Tiers 1 and 2 are typically government or institutional settlements. Tier 3 includes large private groups and humanitarian projects. And Tier 4B, that's where everyday private currency holders like you and me come in. It's the group that's been waiting the longest, hoping for the signal that it's finally time. So, when we hear that Tier 4B codes are live, it means redemption centers and participating banks now have authorization to begin verifying currencies, scheduling appointments, and releasing funds. That's the step everyone has been waiting for. And it may finally be happening. To put it simply, think of this like turning a key in a vault. When the key turns, the vault doesn't burst open instantly, but the locks begin to shift, one by one. The Tier 4B codes are that key. They unlock layers of authorizations in what many believe is a quantum-linked global financial system. Once confirmed through Treasury and major banking networks, these codes enable redemption centers to move into action. What's making this moment especially unique is the global synchronization. In previous updates, one part of the puzzle would move while others stayed quiet. But now, everything appears to be aligning. Iraq, Vietnam, and U.S. financial systems all seem to be moving in parallel, a level of coordination we've never seen before. Iraq's central bank has just completed key steps in its currency modernization, improving its exchange rate infrastructure and compliance standards. Vietnam's banking system, meanwhile, has upgraded its digital payment networks and clearing systems to align with international standards. And on top of that, several U.S. banks have recently completed major software updates and internal testing related to currency settlements. Put all that together, and you get a global picture that looks incredibly coordinated. For the first time in years, all three regions, Iraq, Vietnam, and the United States, appear to be aligned on both timing and technology. Now, you might be asking, could this still be another false alarm? That's a fair question. The journey has been filled with ups and downs, moments of hope that didn't pan out. But this time, even cautious financial analysts are acknowledging that something real is happening. Instead of anonymous rumors, we're seeing reports from verified sources describing actual system-level changes. These aren't promises. They're technical updates being observed in real time. Let's talk a bit about what's been happening inside Iraq. Over the past several months, the Central Bank of Iraq has implemented significant reforms to strengthen its currency and modernize its banking framework. They've tightened compliance with global regulations, introduced digital systems compatible with major clearing networks, and stabilized monetary policy. These weren't random steps. They were part of a long-term plan preparing Iraq for international financial integration. Vietnam has been doing something similar. Its central bank and government have strengthened reserves, increased transparency, and modernized payment systems. The Vietnamese Dong, once considered a regional currency with limited global impact, is now emerging as part of a broader digital finance movement across Asia. This is more than just technical progress. It's groundwork for a stronger economic role globally. And then, there's the United States, where much of the redemption process is expected to take place. U.S. banks linked to these private exchanges have been quietly running internal tests, updating protocols and syncing with new authorization layers. The activation of Tier 4B code suggests those systems are now finally communicating. That's why this feels different. The infrastructure seems ready. Another sign catching attention is what insiders are calling screen updates. Employees in certain financial institutions have noticed that currencies like the dinar and dong are no longer appearing as inactive or grayed out. Instead, they're listed as pending updates. That may not confirm final rates, but it clearly indicates preparation for live data. Banks don't make back-end adjustments without reason. Every system update has a purpose. There are even unconfirmed reports of test rates appearing, with the dinar testing above $4 and the dong around $2. Whether those numbers are placeholders or internal simulations, the key takeaway is this: systems are actively rehearsing. These test runs ensure everything performs correctly when official rates go live. Behind all of this lies a bigger global conversation, the move toward asset-backed financial systems. More and more, countries are talking about linking currency value to tangible assets like gold or commodities. The idea is to rebuild trust, stability, and transparency in global finance. If this Tier 4B process is connected to that larger shift, we're not just witnessing an exchange, we're witnessing the start of a financial reset rooted in real-world value. So, what does all of this mean for everyday holders? It means patience might finally be paying off. For years, investors have held on through doubt and delay, believing that someday this transformation would come. Now, as real movement appears in multiple systems, that belief seems closer to reality than ever before. But with excitement comes risk, and scammers thrive in moments like these. Remember, no legitimate exchange center or bank will ever ask for your personal details or currency up front. Always stick with verified communication channels and official instructions. If the process continues smoothly, we could see notifications or appointment emails sent to registered holders soon. These would include instructions, verification steps, and scheduling links. From there, individuals would go through document checks, exchange verification, and finally receive funds into approved accounts. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen in structured phases designed to protect everyone involved. For many, this isn't just a financial story, it's emotional. The dinar and dong have come to represent hope for change, relief, and new beginnings. Across online communities, people have built connections, shared faith, and supported each other through years of waiting. Now, with codes reportedly active and systems lighting up, that collective patience might soon be rewarded. If this truly marks the start of revaluation, the ripple effects could reach far beyond investors. A stronger dinar and dong could boost Iraq's and Vietnam's economies, attract new trade opportunities, and promote financial independence in both nations. And globally, this could help balance trade and encourage fairer exchange systems, an economic ripple that impacts millions. Transparency is also becoming a global trend. Central banks, governments, and financial institutions are focusing on clear auditing, digital traceability, and verified transactions. That's what these next-gen systems, sometimes called quantum or asset-based, are designed to ensure trust, accountability, and integrity at every level of finance. As we wrap up today's report, one message stands above all: stay calm, stay informed, and stay prepared. Big changes rarely happen in one instant. They unfold step by step. If Tier 4B is indeed live, we're now moving from rumor into reality, from talk into execution. Keep your documents ready, follow official instructions, and avoid speculation that could lead to mistakes. History has shown that patience brings the greatest rewards. Let the process play out naturally. And as we close, take a moment to reflect on what this could mean. Iraq has prepared. Vietnam is modernized. Systems are aligned. And now, the codes that everyone's been waiting for might finally be live. Whether you see it as destiny, economics, or divine timing, we are witnessing a historic turning point. This could be the dawn of a new era, one built on transparency, value, and global opportunity. So stay grounded, stay alert, and remember, after years of waiting, the finish line may finally be in sight. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Iraqi Dinar, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another update. Things are moving fast, and the next few days could write financial history. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and remember, patience always wins in the end.